Jill with Rooting for the Future, and we're going to be making chocolate zucchini bread today. This is a favorite with kids and with adults, so I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350. Anytime you're going to be baking something, the first thing you want to do is preheat the oven. The next thing we need to do is to coat our loaf pan with butter. I'm just going to be using some softened butter and a piece of paper towel. You can use a napkin, and you're going to be coating the bottom and the sides of the loaf pan with the butter, and this is something else that kids love to help you out with. Okay, get that nice and covered. We'll put that to the side. And then we want to work on our zucchini, our grated zucchini. So you need 2 cups of grated zucchini, which is about 2 medium-sized zucchinis, skin left on. And you can use a food processor, no problem, or I'm just going to be using a box grater. The zucchini is very soft and easy to grate. And this is another great thing that kids love to help with. I usually cut the zucchini in smaller pieces for them, which makes it more manageable. And you also remind them just to go slowly as they're grating so that they don't hurt their fingers. And I'm doing it right into a measuring cup so I can check and see how much zucchini I have as I am grating. Once you have your zucchini grated, I have 2 cups of grated zucchini here. You're first going to mix your dry ingredients in a bowl. So you need 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. Then you need 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. And when you're baking with kids, it's great to show them how to get pretty precise measurements. You want precise measurements when you're baking. So a butter knife comes in really handy, and you're going to scrape across the top so you get that nice flat surface of your flour. Then you're going to do 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. This is unsweetened baking cocoa powder. Can be a little bit messy if you want to help them out with this. Okay, that goes in the bowl. Then you're going to use salt. The recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but if you used salted butter, you want to use half that amount. So you really only want about 1/4 teaspoon of salt to go in. And then you want a teaspoon of baking powder. And again, you can use your knife if you want to show the kids, get nice and level amounts when you're baking. That's going to go in the bowl as well. And then you'll just stir that together, get that cocoa powder all mixed in with the flour. All right. Then we're going to be mixing together our eggs, butter, sugar, our wet ingredients. I'm going to be using just a stand mixer here. If you don't have a stand mixer, that's fine. You can definitely mix it by hand. All the things will combine pretty easily. You do have your 1/2 cup of melted butter, which I just warmed in the microwave so that it would be nice and soft. And then we're going to start with our eggs and sugar. Kids love to learn how to break eggs. So when I'm first showing kids how to break eggs into the recipe, I have them do it into a smaller bowl in case they get some shells and stuff in there. You don't have to worry about it being in the larger bowl. So you just show them to hit the egg, use their thumbs to pull the 2 parts of the shell apart and right into the bowl. Again, use their thumbs, pull the shell apart, right into the bowl. That way you can check and see, make sure there's no shells in there, and then you can put it into the larger bowl without worrying about the shells. And we're gonna do 1 cup of sugar, and I usually cut back a little bit on the sugar. It's up to you if you like things sweet. We're gonna be adding some chocolate chips to this, so a little bit less sugar is fine. That's gonna go into our mixing bowl. And then we'll just give that a good mix. You want to mix that till it's smooth and combined. And as that's mixing, I'm going to add in our melted butter. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. And we'll add that in also with our wet ingredients. Smells good. Kids always think it's so funny the vanilla smells so good, but it doesn't taste good until it's added into our recipe with the sugar added. All right, so that should be nice and smooth and well blended. And then into this, we're going to add our zucchini. Great source of fiber and so good, and makes you enjoy this without feeling too guilty. And then we're also going to be adding our dry ingredients. I'm going to turn the mixer back on, and I'm going to just slowly add our dry ingredients so that it gets mixed in there nice and evenly. And you'll start to see it turn a nice chocolatey color. And then once that is all combined, the last thing we're gonna add is 2/3 of a cup chocolate chips. I like to use mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, but honestly, you can use whatever kind of chocolate chips you like. Just gives it an extra chocolatey flavor. And once those are combined, okay, you can see that beautiful chocolate color. When this bakes up, you won't even be able to notice the zucchini. That's what's so great about this. I don't usually like to hide vegetables from kids, but in something like this, people usually cannot even believe that there is zucchini in here. So now we're gonna get our loaf pan that we greased earlier, and you're just going to get the batter right in there, scoop it in. Nice, should fit just about perfectly. I like to use some type of spatula type spoon or rubber spoon or silicone so you can get it scraped out nicely. Then I'll spread it a little bit. And this is gonna go in the oven, 350 degrees oven for 50 minutes. All right, so we'll put it in the oven. There, and set our timer for 50 minutes. All right. So after you take it out of the oven, after the 50 minutes, you want to check it by inserting a toothpick in the center, making sure that the toothpick comes out clean. Sometimes it might need a few more minutes, and that's fine. You can put it in for a few more minutes and then just check it again with the toothpick. Then you're going to let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes before you try and remove it from the pan. So after the 10 minutes, you just take a butter knife, and I like to just cut around the edges to sort of loosen it so that it doesn't break when it's coming out of the pan. So once you've done that, you'll just tip it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on a cutting board. It came out beautifully. All right, and then you can start slicing it, and I'm sure it's gonna be gone very quickly like it is in my house. It's a delicious, moist chocolate zucchini bread. See you for another new recipe next time, and keep rooting for the future.